What is up, Sox fans? My name is Jake Iggy, or Iggy for short, and this is BoSox Talk, the fastest way for you to get your Red Sox news weekly. So this week, I am going to be previewing the 2021 Red Sox infield, and it looks a little bit different than it did last season. Looking over at first base, mostly last year, Michael Chavis covered that position, but this year, rookie Bobby Dalbec will be taking his place. Then looking at second base, the Red Sox signed Kike Hernandez from the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he's mostly going to be playing over at second base. And then when you look at shortstop and third base, it's going to be pretty much the same, with Xander Bogaerts playing shortstop and then Rafael Devers playing third. At the start of this spring training, there was a little bit of a position battle between Christian Arroyo and Michael Chavis on who is going to be the backup second baseman. Now, this past week, Michael Chavis was sent down to the alternate site, mainly because if the Red Sox tried to do that with Christian Arroyo, he's out of options. So he would be put on waivers, which essentially would mean that another team could pick him up. Now, there's still a chance that we will see Michael Chavis on the Major League roster sometime during the 2021 season, but that most likely will happen if somebody gets injured or is put on the COVID reserve. Now, in my opinion, this Red Sox roster is the most versatile team in the entire MLB, and that's mostly because they have multiple guys that are able to play many positions on this depth chart. Now, starting with Marwin Gonzalez, he can basically play every single infield position. And so that could mean that if Kike Hernandez goes to center field, he could potentially either play second base or first base if Bobby Dalbec also needs a break. So there's going to be a lot of ways that the Red Sox can really align this infield. Now, going into the season, I am very confident in this Red Sox infield to really produce well offensively and defensively. But one issue that they had during this spring training was avoiding errors. So that's one thing that they really want to work on going into this season. Now, a lot of the errors that they made in the spring training games could become really critical when we get over to the regular season, because those errors could potentially have lost the Red Sox the game ultimately if it was a regular season game. Now, I have a very special guest joining me named Tyler Boronsky, who is an assistant content producer at Nesson, and he's going to give his thoughts on this Red Sox infield going into the season.
Hey Jake, the Red Sox infield's looking really good going into this season. You have solid infielders across the board in Xander Bogaerts, Kike Hernandez, Christian Arroyo, and Bobby Dalbec, two guys whose names are often attached to offense, but Alex Cora feels don't get enough credit for their defensive abilities. The concern though, Rafael Devers led the league last year in errors with 14. Which Devers are you going to get? The one we saw in 2019 under Cora, or the one that regressed in the field in 2020? And finally, Michael Chavis, the man on the outside looking in. We've seen him at second base, first base, third base this spring. Unlike 2020, won't be leaving the diamond for any time in the outfield. But for him to prove his value on this team, he'll have to show it not only with his bat, but also with his versatility, the theme of this 2021 Red Sox roster.